let's try that again. Finding the real zeros, for example, B. So this one, like it doesn't actually tell you how to find the zeros. Like it didn't say, hey, use synthetic division or use the rational roots theorem, rational zeros theorem. So that means you can use any method you want. So if you see an alternate way, then you can go ahead and use it. So like this one, if this is like totally factorable the way it is, example A was not. So if it's not factorable or you can't see how to factor it, you're kind of forced into this method. But if you can see that it factors, then just factor it. So I'm going to group it. So I can pull out an x squared, and then I can pull out a -9. And now I can pull off an x plus 4 to the front, leaving me an x squared minus 9. So then my zeros would be -4 and plus or minus 3, and then the factored form, x plus 4, and then x plus 3, x minus 3. All right, example 7. Solve the equation over the real number system. So this one is just looking for your zeros. So you can list out your possible zeros either on paper or kind of think about them in your head. And this one's not, just factorable the way it is. So we're going to use synthetic division. 2, 1, -24, 20, 16. Okay, so let's just pick one at random. Let's choose 2, just because I want to. So I'm going to drop this first 2 down and then run through the division. So that would be 4, 5, 10, -14, -28, -8, -16, and 0. Wow, didn't we get lucky? All right, now we got to pay attention to what we have right here. This is always 1 degree less than what we started with. So we started with x to the 4th, so now this is really x to the 3rd. So I can use synthetic division again with these numbers right here. I can go back and start all the way over again and try a different number in that box. But anytime I can get something smaller, I might as well go ahead and use it. So this one, I couldn't group this either. Sometimes it would group and you can just go from there, but if it doesn't or you don't want to group it, then use synthetic division again. So you can use it twice in a row. Now sometimes just because a 0 works once doesn't mean it's not going to work ever again. So sometimes it can work a second time. There might be some multiplicity happening in there. So just to kind of show you, let's use the 2 again. Let's see if it works a second time. It's not guaranteed, but let's just try it. Okay, so I'll drop this 2, so that would be a 4, 9, 18, 4, and 8. Bam, you got a 0. So it worked again. Okay, so I started with x to the 4th, got it down to x to the 3rd, now it's down to x squared. So 2x squared plus 9x plus 4, which is factorable. 2x plus 1, x plus 4. So for the solutions are going to be whatever makes these guys 0, so a -0.5, -4, and any number that worked in your synthetic division. So the 2 works twice, but I only need to list it once. Now when you solve these, like you might find a number that works like here, like a 2, but somebody else could have tried the -4, and that also would have worked. But it only would have worked the one time. So there you go. All right, example 8, graph this function. Well, we did a whole bunch of graphing earlier on in the chapter, but the nice thing about them was that they were all factored for you. Well, now they don't have to be. Darn it. Okay, so we got to figure out how to factor that. So this is not going to group. So that means we got to use synthetic division. So you can list out your possible zeros, either on paper or in your head. So let's go ahead and just try, we're going to pick a random 0 of -2. When you're picking your, what number to put in that little box, try not to go really high. Like when you think about your possible zeros, like here for this one, don't choose the biggest number. It's rarely that one. Start kind of low or in the middle. Don't choose like the highest possible values that are in there. So I usually start with the 1s and then the 2s. Don't be afraid of choosing a fraction. So like in example 7, that -1/2, that would have worked in the synthetic division. Okay, so anyway, we've got -2, -1, 2, -12, and 24. I got a 0. Okay, so now I've got x squared minus x minus 12. So that factors into x plus 3, x minus 4. So my factored form, because that's what I wanted, to get that polynomial factored. And then this right here, that's an actual 0, so its factor would be x plus 2. And now I can use all my skills. So it's a positive x to the 3rd. So the ends are going like this. With zeros, it adds -3, -2, and positive 4. And a y-intercept at -24. All right, that's going to do it for section 4.5. So in the next section, we're going to look at and throw in the complex zeros.